The United States stands firmly beside Israel. I was privileged to lead a delegation that was bipartisan into the Middle East this past week. Our final destination was Israel. Unfortunately, we found out about the attacks upon Israel by Hamas. Our journeys were stalled momentarily, but the delegation and I were able to travel into Israel and meet with many of the Israeli leaders, including the Prime Minister. So this president has failed in many different respects. First, we need to be focusing on the release of the hostages. Our hearts are just in agony. As I spoke to the families of the Israelis who had loved ones that were murdered and taken away into the Gaza Strip, I spoke with Americans in Israel who had family members that were affected by the terrorist attacks in Israel. We must focus on getting these hostages back. These loved ones are in dire straits, not knowing whether their brothers, their sisters, their parents have been tortured or killed by Hamas. And make no bones about it, the Hamas terrorists that are holding these hostages, they are backed by Iran. They are backed by Iran. And we see this administration appeasing the Iranians. Since President Joe Biden took office, he has lined the pockets of the Iranians by $80 billion. And we know that those funds go directly to terrorist organizations. Hamas, 93% of their funding comes from Iran. 100% of the funding to the Palestinian Islamic Jihad comes from Iran. We also know that they sponsor Hezbollah, the Houthis, and many other terrorist organizations around the region. We need to step up as America and push back, not just against the terrorists, but against this Iranian regime. And we have to tell our president it is absolutely unacceptable to continue with his appeasement towards the Iranians. We must stand with Israel. Quite literally, American and Israeli lives are on the line.